Alright, let's jump into the sands of time and uncover the epic story of Egypt, one of humanity's oldest and most fascinating civilizations. Picture this. Over 5,000 years ago, people started settling along the banks of the Nile River. Why? Because the Nile was basically ancient Egypt's lifeline, flooding predictably each year and turning the desert into rich farmland. That river, I tell you, was the secret sauce behind Egypt's rise. Around 3100 BCE, a guy named Narmer, also known as Menes, united Upper and Lower Egypt. This wasn't just a power move, it set the stage for an unbroken line of pharaohs, turning Egypt into a powerhouse of the ancient world. Fast forward a bit and Egypt gets really good at building stuff. We're talking pyramids, those giant stone mountains built as tombs for the pharaohs. The most famous? The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu. Even today, we're still not totally sure how they pulled it off. The Egyptians weren't just architects, they were writers too. They invented hieroglyphics, a way to write using little pictures. Imagine sending a text, but instead of letters, you use birds, eyes, and snakes. Religion was woven into every part of Egyptian life. They believed in gods like Ra, Osiris, and Isis, and thought the afterlife was a big deal. That's why they mummified their dead, so the soul could live on forever. Talk about planning ahead. Egypt didn't stay the same though. Over the centuries it faced invasions, new rulers, and even periods of chaos. The Hyksos, the Nubians, the Assyrians, all marched through at one point, but Egypt kept bouncing back. Then along came some big names you might recognize. Akhenaten, who tried to change Egypt's religion, Tutankhamun, the boy king whose tomb wowed the world, and Ramses II, a pharaoh so legendary he was called the Great. Eventually the Persians showed up, then Alexander the Great, who brought Egypt into the Greek world. His general, Ptolemy, started a whole new dynasty, and yes, this is where Cleopatra enters the scene. The last pharaoh, famous for her wit, charm, and her tragic end with Rome's Mark Antony. In 30 BCE, Egypt became part of the Roman Empire. The ancient era ended, but the story didn't. The legacy of Egypt lives on in everything from architecture and art to math and medicine. So, next time you see a pyramid, remember it's not just a pile of rocks. It's a window into a civilization that shaped the world. And it all started on the banks of the Nile. History in a minute? Not quite. But Egypt's story, now that's timeless.